All right, Bombers, we're back early in the morning today. I don't know when you're going to be hearing this. I don't know exactly when it will be released today. But I fell asleep waiting for an email from a friend of the program, Kenny Bradley, and I didn't know what the email entailed. But when I woke up this morning, I read it, and it was a petition from a former Bomber, Mark Hudak. And I read it, of course, but I saw what was going on over the weekend on the Ithaca Voice, that Susan Bassett, the athletic director of Ithaca College, is... Hey guys, I'm laughing because I really try to understand what goes through this woman's mind, and I have tried to figure this out for the better part of a decade, if not a decade. Susan got there, I want to say my sophomore year at Ithaca College, so that was 2012, so yeah, a decade. And her plan is to rip up Butterfield Stadium and put down turf. Okay, now, I've been back and forth with a lot of Bombers throughout the morning, and nobody's happy about this. Not a single Bomber that I've talked to said, you know what, this is a great idea. We need to get rid of the butt, and we need to put in turf. Now, for anybody who has never played on the butt, aka Butterfield Stadium, you don't understand what goes on there. You don't understand the home field advantage that we get there. Ask Salisbury. Ask St. John Fisher. Ask, honestly, the best running back that I've seen at the D3 level, Cody Miller. Ask him what it's like to come play at the butt. Okay? Now, I come from Binghamton. We played good football while I was at Binghamton. We played good football on turf while I was at Binghamton. We had a beautiful stadium at Binghamton. Guys, I remember my recruiting visit when Coach Welch asked me, so Chris, are you ready to play in front of a couple thousand people? And I'm thinking at the time, dude, I seen what these games look like. I get just as much, if not more, at my high school games. You know? But while that was true, when I got to Ithaca, Butterfield Stadium was different. Butterfield Stadium was absolutely different. It was different from the conditioning test, the 40 test we used to have to do, and you would be fine. You'd be absolutely fine doing that back at home on your turf field. Pass it, no problem. You get up there for 40 test day, that shit hit different. That shit hit different every single time. And that right there is when I knew playing up on Butterfield was different. Yes, it was the altitude, but it was also that grass. Learning how to play on that grass was a skill. That's why we used to always practice on grass fields, even though it's not like they were going to let us practice at A&E Center and mess that turf up. You know, so it's not even like that was an option back then. But we used to get it in on those grass practice fields, and during my time, especially my last 2 years at Ithaca, we used to get it in on Butterfield. And yeah, while we did lose, we didn't lose many games my last 2 years, and we sure as hell didn't lose many games on Butterfield, but we took some L's there, but those were hard fought L's. Teams were just coming to Butterfield and kicking our ass, taking little bubble screen 60, 70 yards on us. That wasn't happening at Butterfield. I played a snow game at Butterfield. I don't even know why I'm running through the things that well, I guess everybody knows their stories. Everybody has their own stories when it comes to Butterfield. And to think that getting rid of it and putting turf in there is a good idea is, again, this is a very selfish move. This is a very selfish move, and it is on par with how Susan likes to conduct business. She's the reason why I don't mess with Ithaca College and Ithaca College football. I don't like her, and I was always taught, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And for the better part of 10 years, I've kept my mouth shut about her. This woman came in her first act. The first thing she wanted to do was change the script. Now, if you guys don't know what the Ithaca script is, just go to Google and type in Ithaca script and it'll pop up. And I'm sure it'll pop up on a football helmet. Now, her first move was to change that. And her reasoning, she tried to pull like or make us feel like we were called the Ithaca Indians, and it was a social choice. Like this will be better for everybody if we change the script to this fucking block letter bullshit. Guys, there was no racist undertones to the script. There was no social justice being served by changing the script. I don't understand why you would want to change that script that has always been the thing, other than you want it to be yours. You don't care about tradition. You wanted it to be yours. And while excuse me, sorry, I woke up this morning, I ain't brushed my teeth, nothing. I just been on one since I woke up this morning. Since I read that post from Mark and started talking to some of my former Bomber teammates, I just been fucking on when I ain't brushed my teeth. I still got the fucking yucks in my fucking throat. Them winter yucks. I think that's the last one. But anyway, I don't think that some of the alum wanted Coach Mack to be the head coach. And I think that is because of the losses that we took in Corsica, which were fucking heartbreakers, you know, and shouldn't have happened at least 2 of the 3 times. It shouldn't have fucking happened. But I think they held that against him. And, you know, hindsight's 2020, and I don't really think that was ever Mac's fault. I think there were other people at fault for some of them losses. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now, but she thought it was a great idea to start hiring people that weren't connected to Ithaca College. Again, what is the reasoning behind that? Because she wanted it to be her own. She wanted to say, I brought this person in. Not this person was already here. I brought this person in. And what did that get her? What did that get her? What did that get the football team for the past 8 years? Not a playoff win. Yeah, you won some Corticas. Cool. But you guys did not make the playoffs for 8 years. 8 years, guys. No playoffs. Started, what was it, last year before? Started the season undefeated, 8-9-0, and then didn't make the playoffs. So, by her winning or getting into the playoffs and winning a couple, I don't like to even call them favorable matchups, but they were favorable matchups. They weren't playing Wesley. You know, they weren't playing that Central team that they just played this past weekend in the opening rounds. They had pretty favorable matchups the first 2 rounds. But whatever, they won. That's great for the school. That's great for us alumni. It's great to see them go back to the playoffs and be successful. That's amazing. But that gave her carte blanche to say, you know what, we're ripping up the field. We're changing the field. Guys, what? I'm at a loss for words. The only thing I could say is to support the petition, even though I feel like that petition isn't going to mean shit, because she does not care what me or you think. She would probably see me and be like, Chris, I don't even know who you are. You know, guys, I stopped messing with Susan just by the way that she would walk around and act like she was the shit. Like, she swore to God that she was the athletic director at like Alabama, LSU, North Carolina, even Syracuse. Guys, there was one time, it was me, Coach Mack, and I want to say Coach Moreau. There might have been a couple other people, but I know for a fact I was there. Coach Mack was there. She pulls up to what the hell was the gym? What the hell was the gym called back then? Shit. See, that's how long I haven't been around Ithaca that I forget what the gym is called. But that's where we used to do our recruiting visits, our recruiting visit meetings. And we're sitting outside, greeting recruits as they come in. She pulls up. Mind you, there's parking spots. There's parking spots, guys. She pulls up. Like, when you get out of your car, but you're not all the way out, you still got one leg in. She gets out, opens the door, gets out, and yells, "Is somebody gonna move this cone so I can park?" Guys, she was already out of the car. A normal fucking person that wasn't full of themselves would have gotten out the car, moved the cone, and then parked in the spot and kept on moving. Kept it moving. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. You're not at fucking LSU. You're not at Florida State. You're at fucking Ithaca College. Everybody pulls their own fucking weight around here, and that includes you. But anyway, so at the time, Coach Mack was vying for the next head coaching position. Again, former Ithaca College All-American, Hall of Famer. He deserves respect, even if you are the athletic director. He deserves probably just as much, if not more, respect than you do. Sorry to say it, but that he did. We had top 25 defenses. He played here. He was an All-American here. He had the credentials to gain respect, or deserved respect. But anyway, so I could tell Coach Mack was like, all right, I'm just going to eat this shit sandwich, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get this cone. And I swear to God, I feel like she held that against him for the next year or so. I swear to God, that is probably part of her decision making when she decided not to hire him. When everybody on the team, former players, wanted him to be the coach. And guys, and I'm sure to this day, they wouldn't have been on their second coach since Coach Welch retired. Coach Mack would have still been there. Coach Mack would have still been able to be successful and make the playoffs there. You thought that moving from the Empire 8 to the Liberty League was a good move. The Liberty League back in the day was a powerhouse. A powerhouse. And you moved us from there. So you changed the script, you moved us to a different league, and now you want to change the field. Again, who does this serve? Who does this serve? And you have justifications for every single one of these moves. Bullshit justifications, if you ask me. But who does this serve? Playing on turf does not help anybody. That's why NFL players do not like to play on turf. You get hurt. Knees get twisted. Concussions are worse. It's unforgiving. And again, like I said, I played on turf. I learned that grass is better. I learned to love Butterfield Stadium. And everybody else that played on it feels the same way. I'm sure there's a couple outliers. I'm sure there's a couple people that didn't play that would vote for turf. But anybody who played, anybody who got some real playing time knows that turf is not the move. That we need to stick with grass. That, okay, I think it's cool that we bring some lights out. I think it's cool that we fix up the rock wall in the seats, and we need to do something about the track. How does the track team not have an outdoor facility to practice at? How? Women's track has always been good since I was there. Probably before. Men's track, but women's track has been good. Very good. All-Americans good. And we're not going to show them any sort of respect We're not going to show the men who have played on that field for the past, 60-something years. We're not going to show them any respect. We're going to do what I want to do because my name is Susan Bassett and I'm the athletic director. I think I'm better than you because I don't know your name. I'm the athletic director. Who are you? Guys, again, I haven't spoken to the woman in years, but she 1,000,000% gave off that vibe. 1,000,000%. She did not care. She just simply did not care. And she doesn't care. And the fact that these guys made it to the final 8 this past year gives her carte blanche, gives her justification to do whatever she wants to do going forward. And that's a travesty. So make sure you guys sign Mark Hudak's petition. Make sure you guys let it be known how you feel, even though, again, I don't think it's going to matter because Susan is going to do what Susan wants to do. But still, I don't think we can go out quietly on this one. I really, truly do not think we can just go out quietly. We need to voice our opinions. We need to chip in a couple bucks. Half you motherfuckers work in New York City. You guys got $5. You guys got $5 to chip in for the cause. And let's fight back a little bit here. This is coming from somebody who has really wanted nothing to do with Ithaca football for the better part of a decade because of one person. I will always love Ithaca football. Always, 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 till my fucking last dying breath, I will love Ithaca football. But right now, I don't like them. And the reason I don't like them is because who runs the show? But all right, guys, make sure that you sign up for that petition and donate a couple dollars because I know y'all got it. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out of here. Peace.